Hello guys, welcome back to the Beastie Room. We're going to have a rehouse today, and this is of another Asian arboreal spider, and this really is a true arboreal spider. The females of this spider are only found way up in the trees, really high up. Now younger ones, slings and juvies, are found much lower down underneath bits of bark and bits and things like this within the tree, but the big ones, they go high. And it is the Omothymus schioedtei, if we've said that right, which I very much doubt we have. But we've had these in the past, and we have actually bred these once in the past as well. And unfortunately, we lost our adult female last year, whilst in the move she went. So we've got another one now, and it is in this tub here, which is what we tend to do. We tend to bring them back when we get new stuff in. We put them in these tubs, just check them out, leave them in there for a week or two, and then we'll rehouse them and move them up. Most of the time they do really well, but occasionally we lose them in the tub for no apparent reason. So whether that is the tubs that are doing it or whether it's just the spider, we're not 100% sure, because most stuff does all right in these, but some stuff doesn't. Right then, so what we are going to do, we are going to rehouse this spider, the Malaysian Earth Tiger. What a funny name, Earth Tiger, and yet it lives in the tops of trees. Very strange. Right, so we are going to put this one in this 20 by 20 by 30. We've got a little plant here as well, because we're going to have a little bit of greenery in there. And we're going to, hopefully this will make her feel a little bit more at home. Now we're going to, these really are a very, very pretty spider. And I'm glad to actually have another one back in the collection, because we were gutted when we lost the last one, because they really are so nice. And it'd be good to breed them again. They were one of the spiders actually that when we bred them, we kept them in our nursery pots, and I also reared some as well for a good friend of ours, Stephen Bass, and we had the same problem with his ones. And this is that when we kept them in our nursery pots, for some reason or other, they didn't like the high humidity. They didn't do well at all, and we were losing them. So we took them out of there and we put them onto earth, just damp earth, and they flourished. They've done really, really well. So it's important. It's something that's really worth thinking about if you want to. If you end up breeding some and you rear them, they really didn't do well on the on that extra high humidity. Right, so what we're going to do, we are going to put our plant in here, I think. So we've got our, stick that in there. So this is one of them, this is a neon pothos, Epipremnium aureum, neon. Yeah, wow. We'll see how it does in here. I've got a feeling these generally like it a little bit wetter, but we'll see how it goes. As with many things that we do, we literally play around and just see what kind of things, different bits and pieces we can get away with. So we've actually bought some plants ready for some of our frog tanks that hopefully we can start cracking on with in the new year. I'm just going to put a bit of this in here.
Where did the frog bit come from?
I was just thinking about plants, and yeah, we are going to end up going on a mass plant buying spree, because we're gonna need some plants. I'm really looking forward to, in the new room, to actually putting in some really nice planted enclosures, which are going to be more dedicated to the actual plants rather than the inhabitants. I've always really wanted, ever since years and years ago, when we used to keep dart frogs and stuff, we never had the knowledge that we have now. And you see some of the dart frog enclosures on the Facebook groups and things like that, and they are just absolutely outstanding. And I would like to try and replicate some of that.
For our mossy frogs.
Yes, well, our mossy frogs are hopefully going to have a nice big enclosure. Just get that on there. Well, no. Stay there.
You've got a droopy water pot.
Got a droopy water pot. It's because I'm trying to do it
Wrong-handed.
wrong-handed. Right, let me just stay there, will ya? Oh my God. Have you ever seen such a cockeyed thing as this?
Hey.
Everything is in the wrong hands and all over the place. I'll put it down to fatigue. It's living with camera lady.
You'll get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Not with me.
Right.
That looks lovely.
So there we go. Just a nice simple little enclosure.
Just a quick one. You said that she lives up like massively high in trees.
Yes.
We will get people, I think, say this doesn't look particularly tall.
Well, no, and that is a good. That is a very good point. So, what do we take from that? When we look at so a spider that lives way up in the trees, what is the first things you think of?
Predatory and heat.
Well, maybe, but heat maybe not so much, because up in the trees there is going to be full-on ventilation. You've got breezes, you've got air, you've got everything moving around, whereas down low you get more stagnant air. So that gives a different thing. So you're going to end up with down low, it often tends to be higher humidity, more dampness within the air. Although where these come from, these are from Malaysia. So way up in the trees, it is going to be humid as well, but it's going to be dry. Now, we cannot in any way, shape or form replicate living 20-30 meters up a tree. We are not ever going to do that. So we have to make the best of what we can do. So by doing that, so what we will have, this is a fully ventilated enclosure. So you've got vents coming through the front here. We've got a vented top. This will give enough ventilation so that it doesn't hold that massive amount of humidity that we would get if we had, say, like a sealed top. We do have some of these where we've got perspex in them instead of the mesh, and that is because we want that higher, more sort of stagnant air in there, if you like. For some species it works well. For others, like this one, it needs the ventilation. So as long as we can give it somewhere to hide, it can get away behind the bark. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really realise whether it's 20 foot off the floor or 2 foot off the floor, as long as it can hide. This is the thing. We need to make sure that our spider is comfortable. If it is comfortable, it will do well. So, as we have said once before, or many times before actually, in our videos, we cannot replicate the wild. But what we can do is make our spider feel secure. And if we can do that, then we are on to a winner. Right, now this is as we said in the beginning, an Asian arboreal, and anything that has Earth Tiger in its name is going to pretty much tell you that they are more than happy to stand their ground and defend themselves. That being said, there is no reason why, if we're not nice and calm and gentle, we cannot get our spider to behave well. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this bit of cork bark out that hopefully she is sat on. Make sure you hang on there, girl. Right, there she is. Right, so you need to come over here and have a look at this.
I come around the back of the enclosure.
These guys are very, very fast when they want to be. Here's the zoom.
Get a really nice focus.
Now you can see, hopefully the camera picks it up, but these guys have got like a very faint green carapace, and they have like bluey purple to their legs. They've got lovely cream bands on their legs as well.
Get some light on there, babe.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to try and get some light.
I love this. He's holding the wood and trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to do everything here. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
As you can see there, this is how they get their name. The tiger, the Earth Tiger. Look at the banding on the abdomen there, and you should also be able to pick up them red hairs on the abdomen, also on the legs. She's very, very calm. Doing really, really well.
So you're quite shaky as well, to be fair, for her.
It's because she's literally, we are resting this on the water bowl. And I've only just got it in my fingertips. There you go. Absolutely beautiful spider. Now this one isn't fully grown, so this has got a little bit to go, although this would be of a breedable age now. This would be ready to breed.
Hey, where are you going?
Look at them legs. You see that red hair on the legs?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very pretty. If I turn this slightly, you will see how long the hairs are on the legs. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Really, really long. I'm losing my grip of me bit of bark.
There you go, look, Will.
There we go. Look at
Come
that.
out.
Isn't that absolutely beautiful? So what would be nice now is if we can get this to perhaps rest on here, so I can get a photograph. Is that going to stay there? Right, that might just stay there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to try and get a photograph. So we are going to try and get her to back up so that she opens up just a little bit. We might be pushing our luck here, but we're going to give it a go. Just going to touch her very gently with a brush. We've made contact and she's done nothing. There we go. You see that? So just by using the length of the brush, we've managed to get her to move up. Now what we're going to do now is we are going to take our photograph, all being well. So we're going to go down here like this. Take a nice photograph. And then we are going to put her in the enclosure. We might get an opportunity to get another one then. So we're going to pick her up. You see how she changes her position? See how, look, how she's moved and she's hunkered down. She's felt that movement. Could do with my torch, couldn't we, really?
Where is it? Over there. Let me just go and get it.
So as you can see now, we are still, she's still on. She's still on. We've got our torch now. That's a little bit better. So what we can do now is we can put this up here. Let's hope it don't fall on her head.
Don't say that.
And then what we're going to do, we're going to put our piece of wood up to here. So we'll see if we can get her to go this way. We're going to touch her very gently. See how we've made contact. Now she's still hunkered down, so be wary now, because she might just burst into action. See how we're just pushing on the leg a little bit. I'm going to lift them slightly. See how she's turning to the brush now.
Oi, who are you?
Yeah, so what we're going to do, we are going to go up and above. Going to get her to walk. Notice her size now. That is beautiful.
You're getting picky. Be quick.
There we go. Look at that. Now you can see her size. She is actually quite large. She's a good 5 inches or so.
Get the light on there for me, Dave.
There we go. It's not as good as the phone, is it? I think maybe our batteries are dying down a little bit.
Can you put the light on her for me?
We're trying.
You're not.
It is on. It is on. Alright, there we go.
That's better.
I think our batteries are dying. And as you saw there, we didn't get any form of aggression or anything. She's now happily having a little wander. You notice these big toes on the front legs. See them here? It's very common with arboreal spiders. Whopping great big toes. And you see they've got skinny ones on the back. So we are just going to touch her on the leg. Now literally just rubbing her leg very gently. We're just telling her that you don't want to go that way. There you go. Isn't that wonderful? We can zoom right in and get some real nice close-ups of that carapace. That's better. Look at that abdomen. Absolutely stunning. Now a spider this size, she will take on all of your normal live foods. So dubias, red runners, locust, anything. They will take it. These guys do tend to be a little bit more nocturnal than many of the others. We don't very often see them out in the daytime, but as soon as the lights go out, these guys will become active. Now in terms of humidity, we're looking at sort of 75%, somewhere around there. That will keep them nice and happy. And they do like somewhere dry to rest. So although we can keep a damp substrate, it's important that they have a dry place to rest as well. You can get one on the underside now. Let's see what that looks like.
That's it.
Better?
It's hard because of the glass, but we can get the gist. We've got a little red mouth. See them fangs.
So as we were saying before, this many of the Asian arboreals are quite feisty spiders. So they're more than capable of standing their ground and giving you a little bit of trouble if you try and push them too hard. So as we've seen there, we've managed to move her along, and she's been very well behaved.
Oh, that torch babe on the desk.
Oh, she's been very well behaved, and she stayed nice and calm, which is exactly what we wanted. We have actually got a backing board for this enclosure as well, so that will give this spider a little bit more security, because as we said, these are much more nocturnal than many of the others. So we don't really expect to see it out and about during the daytime, but in the evenings when the lights go down, these guys will come out and they'll start hunting. So what we want to do when we're keeping these is we want to try and keep it so that we see our spider coming up to the top of the bark. If we're not seeing it for long periods of time, even if we go in with a torch and it's still hidden away, cut back on the food a little bit and hopefully it will come out and start hunting. But what a wonderful spider. Very pleased to have this one back in the collection. Really nice spider. Now as she grows, we will eventually end up putting her in a bigger enclosure, because I think this sort of spider, although we don't see it a lot, it would make a nice addition in a really planted enclosure. I think it would be well worth doing.
Just a quick shout out. We ain't got many calendars left, Dave.
Yes. Oh, and we haven't got one here to show you.
Oh, Dave.
Wait 1 second.
Okay, we'll look at the spider for a second.
Our orb is up there.
Oh, yeah. Is that pretty?
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Well, people get a little bit worried because they can see a fly sticker near her.
Well, yeah, this is actually, that's a good point. We've got our fly paper here. Her web is all over this area here. She's got a very extensive web all the way through here, and it's connected to the electric wires that we've got going on and down to this desk. And she's also actually been in and gone on to the end of my penknife here. So she's got little anchor points everywhere. Now, she's not going to go near this sticky paper. And we have actually had a few people say, like, you know, do you not worry about the sticky papers in the room? They're pretty cool and they tend to not bother. We've not had any issues with them going on these at all. As long as they've got other anchor points to go to, they'll be fine. So yeah, we've been lucky, we've been good. Right then, now then, as I was luckily reminded there, if you haven't already seen our 2025 calendars, here is one here. Now, we're going to have a bit of a shout out for our calendars because these are absolutely superb. The photographs in these, done by my good friend Andy Green. And as you can see, there's a Vietnam silver there. Pumpkin patch. These are absolutely beautiful. Look at that. The macrophyllae. Absolutely beautiful. We've got all sorts in here. That is the Auratus. There's a real mixture of stuff. Sand spider. Look at that. The quality of these photographs is really, really nice. And also as well, the actual material that these calendars are made from, they are top quality. They really are beautiful, beautiful things. They've got our logo in there, our catchphrase, got everything you need. You know, so you can literally, I mean, look, we're on May there. May time. What goes on in... What time goes on in May? We've got the BTS, the British Tarantula Society show. The longest serving show in the history of our hobby. And I think they're up to their 38th or 39th show. That is a long time. I remember going to the BTS when I was a nipper and being blown away by some of the stuff that was going on in there. And back in the days when I was in the zoo, doing my trainee, so I was a trainee keeper, and the guys, my senior keepers and head keepers, they took me along because I pestered them like hell. I want to go, and we always had trouble getting a day off. But yeah, I went a couple of times when I was a nipper. Absolutely fantastic, and it's only got better. So that's the BTS. So you could mark the BTS down on your calendar, along with all the invert shows as well. Look at that. Look at that. How can you not love a face like that? Isn't it beautiful? So, we have been posting these. We advertised them on Facebook about 2 weeks ago, and we are almost sold out. We ordered double the amount this year, and we are still almost sold out. I think we only have about 30 copies left. There won't be no more ordered after that. There is only 30 left. So we have been posting these worldwide. One of our subscribers, and I can't for the life of me remember his name, but he's in Thailand. He's ordered one. One of our Thailand subscribers. He's ordered one. We've sent them all over America, all over Europe, Australia. They've been going everywhere. So we are almost out. So if you want one of these, before Christmas, get in touch now. You can message us through Facebook and we can sort you one out. Absolutely amazing. Really, really pleased with these. And everyone that's had them so far has been nothing but very pleased.
And
so,
and thank you for supporting us.
And yes, a big thank you to all you guys that have purchased them and are supporting our channel. Absolutely fantastic. Right. Well, that's enough of that little plug, isn't it?
Well, she's sat real beautiful there, Dave.
Yeah, she's
not moved.
Yeah, she's nice and calm, nice and happy. This is how we like to see our spiders.
And the enclosure looks gorgeous.
Thank you, my love. All right then. So then, don't forget, be calm, be gentle, buy a calendar, and love your spiders. I'll see you soon, guys.